Well, good morning to you. Got up early this morning, did a little bit of reading. Noticed I had a new subscriber, so if that was you, thank you. And now I'm getting ready to jump on the treadmill for some miles. I don't know what I'm going to do. Been feeling pretty good, running after not running for 2 weeks. Did 3 Saturday, did 3 yesterday, so I guess we'll just jump on here and see what happens. My biggest plan today is to get down to the office and start getting some stuff organized. I need to reorganize my computer to make room for new classes and all that kind of stuff, and do some other things. And then, as promised yesterday, I will highlight the books that I'm reading this week. And I'm going to try and do that. I want to do it on Mondays because it's kind of the beginning of the week, and then Friday let you know what I think about those books. But I just ordered textbooks for my classes this next week. I've got one class that requires 3 textbooks. Whew, and that class is going to be tough. It's like exploring the biblical world. I have to have tests on geography. Like I need to know mountain regions and lakes and rivers and yeah. But thankfully the other class is my strong suit, interpersonal skills. This is going to be a tough semester. Good run. I did 4 miles and got my shower. Now we're heading down to the church. I'm going to share with you guys what I'm reading and then try and get some other stuff done. But let's fast forward to the church. And here we are. So, over the summer I took a break from school and really didn't carry office hours. And so my office has become disheveled. I don't know if that's the right word. It's a mess. So, I've got basically 3 things on my to-do list today that I would like to get done. So, let me tell you a little bit about me. I do that a lot. Being a self-starter has never really been one of my strong suits. I'm a procrastinator. That is what I am. And so in order to get stuff done, I have to do these little to-do lists and think through the process of this is what I need to get accomplished today, and then really hammer to do that. And so today I have 3 things on my list. Number 1 is to organize my computer and get things put on the hard drive and moved around. People ask me now about buying laptops, and my recommendation still is don't spend money on the hard drive for here. Get an external hard drive. So my computer has 250 gigabytes. The problem with that is you guys. When I record videos, it takes up a lot of space. And so I have to keep a lot of open space so I can put videos on there, work with them, and then get them off of there. And so I need to make sure all my papers and other things are on external hard drives, especially with school starting, because with school, I keep everything on my computer and an external hard drive until class is over. And I do that for backups because I've worked on too many computers where people said, oh, I never backed anything up, now I lost everything. And one of my classes this semester is requiring a 12-page research paper. And if I'm on page 10 or I'm done with the writing and I'm doing bibliography and I lose that thing, it will not be pretty. So I'm going to do that. So that's number 1. Number 2 is reading. I did not get quite finished with this one, so I'm going to finish it. I'm going to do the other books, and I'll share with you what I'm currently reading. I'll explain them a little bit later, but I'm going to finish this, How to Lead in a World Lead in a World with Distractions. And then on my Kindle, I've been reading, not that book. I've been reading Hidden History of the Outer Banks and The Operator by Robert O'Neill. So I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to finish those, try and get those pretty well done today. I'm definitely going to get this one done. And then I'm going to move on to a book, Launch. It's about church planting, which is is very, very similar to what we did here in Jordan. We did a replant almost. It wasn't technically a replant, but there wasn't a whole lot here when we got here. And so over the few years that we've been here, we've been able to rebrand the church, move into some directions, got the Constitution up to date, did some other things, but basically went from just a small handful of people to what we have now, and the people that we've sent out in other places. So that is number 2, get that reading done there. And then number 3 is to try and organize the office a little bit. I've got books and stuff that are left over from last year's classes that need to be moved to different spots. There's papers from meetings all over the place that need to be filed and organized. And so I'm going to start that process today. I will not finish it, especially if I'm reading. Jeremiah has piano lessons at 3:30 today. Then we have Pop and Dee Dee after that. So that is the plan for today. The deposit did not get made. I better go do that. All right, I'm going to go for a walk. See you guys in a little bit. All right, got most of the stuff on my computer moved around, and I have quite a bit of space to work with come next week. But yeah, let me talk about the books I've been reading. I go through books really fast, and so I shared some last week. But this week, I'm finishing this one, which is okay. There's some good stuff in here, but I'm probably not going to keep it. It's one. Anyway, I saw that book in the airport, and it got my attention, so I decided to read it. I mentioned that I'm reading Hidden History of the Outer Banks. I usually try to read one book a week that is just fun for me and not church-related or work-related, and that one is the one this week. And then I said I'm going to start Launch, which is a planting a new church. I think it's important for pastors that are in established churches to read up on church starting and other church-related books. But church starting really helps, and there's a couple of reasons. One, it kind of helps you stay focused on what keeps a church healthy. In established churches, you can quickly become comfortable with the processes, because once you've established a pattern and a behavior and habits, it's just easy to stay there. So church planting kind of keeps those initial raw organism type of setting real. Instead of just becoming organizational and institutional. So I think that's one of the reasons. But another reason is because God is constantly calling people into work and ministry. And an established church should be reproducing not just people, but working to establish churches. And so, that kind of keeps a pastor reminded about what their role is and what they're doing. So I'm going to read that book. So yeah, you guys keep on me. Brian, thank you for reminding me to name those books. I'm going to try and keep up and let you know what I'm reading. When my books come next week for school, I'll go ahead and let you know those, but I only have to read a chapter or two a week in those. Of course, it's in like 5 different books, so it's a lot of reading. But I will try to keep up with some of my reading during the week. So yeah, I'm going to spend a couple hours finishing this book and reading a little bit there. And that's pretty much going to be the remainder of my day. So the way I tend to do this is I'll read for about 45 minutes. Then I'll get up and organize some papers, some things for 15 minutes just to kind of break up the monotony. Then I go back to reading. And so that's how I'll finish up the rest of my day. So I finished 2 books. I finished that Leading Through Distractions, and I finished the History or Hidden History of the Outer Banks. started this other book, and I'm going to pick out maybe one other book to start on this week. I kind of wanted to read that The Operator, which is about the Navy SEAL who shot Osama bin Laden. But I've got so many different things that I want to read. So I don't know. I'll let you guys know tomorrow what I decide as far as that's concerned. But yeah, I'm watching baseball while I read on my Kindle. The family arrived for Jeremiah's piano lessons. So we're going to do that. We move Pop and Dee Dee to tomorrow. Yeah, other than that, we're just kind of hanging out.